Okay. Yeah, I can. Why can't I? Okie dokie. Let me do this. Whoa, that's way behind.
Man, I ordered my US agent comic book version action figure today.
You ordered US agent.
The comic
Okie
book.
doke.
I just wanted the shield.
All right. We is in here.
Somebody stole my blue marble. I had to get another one.
What?
And I went ahead and ordered Shuri's Black Panther from the movie.
Okay. Sure, and Mr. Ray Smith are in the building.
In the building.
Welcome, y'all. I saw something on Twitter this morning. I want to say it was Kamoyo Kid that come listen to some griot speak.
No, you ain't put the Jamaican accent on it. The griot.
Yeah, he said.
Come listen to the griot.
Come listen to him speak. And hey, Sky Bunny in the building. We know Sky Bunny show. We know who that is. We know who that is. It's the Bunny show. What's happening? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's good in the hood?
I feel like some welcome back Carter, because we back on Thursday. We back together. Tag team, back again. Welcome back.
Yeah, get the record. Let's begin.
Welcome back. Yeah. You know, we tease them a lot because we got them on the spot. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Already.
Yes,
I'm gonna let there's a few folks up in here already. I guess they was waiting on us, huh?
They was waiting.
We did kind of start a little late. So I give them like 5. Diabolical nerd in the building. Yo, what up?
Hey, listen. He's a stone cold fool. Diabolical nerd is a stone cold fool. That dude had us laughing all the time.
I know he is. I know he is. Let me see. That's 7. That's 7 folks up in here. 7 folks up. 7. Okay. Come on, yo, kids. Slide. He said, slide, flippity slide.
All right now.
Forget about your troubles and your 9 to 5 and just sail on. That was
could you imagine
on.
Could you imagine us DJing at a recast T'Challa party? How much we be vibing up in there?
Oh, that joint be lit. I tell you right now, that joint be lit. Okay,
Frankie Beverly got to come through.
Bruh, we had that. Hey, I just had a thought. I will share that with you later. But yeah, what I wanted to bring to everybody's attention, at least the folks that's in here. Are y'all aware that August the 11th of this year will be the 50th anniversary of hip hop?
Come on, somebody. You know what I thought? You know what I thought you was gonna say?
What?
Which would have been nice. I thought you was gonna say August the 11th was the anniversary of the birth of the recast T'Challa movement. I was gonna be like, we need to throw a party. We need to celebrate something like that. Who we got to holler at to figure out what the official start date is of the recast?
You know who we gotta holler at.
I'm about building bridges. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on, bro.
You know what? I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't even mind John Campia coming. Listen, come on in and get some of this Wakanda love and everything like that. Let's celebrate, because what? We got to be over 2 years. We got to be over 2 years.
21, something maybe like April, March or April. It'll be.
Man, we gotta celebrate. We gotta figure out what we should do. We should both tag him on Twitter and say, hey, we want to celebrate the anniversary of the recast T'Challa movie. We need a date.
I can do that.
Yeah, we need a date. We need a break. We need a date.
I can do that. I can do it. Hey, Grand Madam, how you doing?
Grand Madam in the building, in the BUILDING. Come on, somebody.
Okay. Well, I didn't expect you to know, sure. I'm edutainment is what I do. So that's why I'm letting you know now. But yeah, this jumped up real quick. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hello, welcome. How you doing? Hey, hello, hi. Welcome to Thursday Live. Today is January 26, 2023. This is the third. I want to say third. Yes, fourth. This is the fourth live of 2023. Okay, and we're gonna kick it off with a story that went down about a month ago. I do not know if it is y'all rock with J1 Studios.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going with another story. Okay, I thought you was going with the story you told me last night.
Nope.
Okay, go ahead.
We going with this one. We going with now. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna wait till everybody nice and warmed up. Then I'm gonna hit them with that one. Okay. J1 Studios. Bro, man, I don't really rock with him that tough, but his stuff came up in my feed because he was talking about Derrick Boseman. Anytime somebody talk about Derrick Boseman, anybody talk about Black Panther or anything Black Panther related, it comes up in my feed, whether I'm subscribed to it or not. So I went on ahead and checked the interview out, and I found it interesting. I think people were trying to be respectful, very respectful, on both sides, because it seemed like they were trying to get him to say some things about how he felt about specific things, but being the man that Derrick Boseman is, he's not going to put anybody on blast needlessly. And he conducted himself in a very mature way. He fielded those questions very professionally. Now, here's the thing. He said he watched Black Panther, Wakanda Forever 3 times. And he said he cried all 3 times. Now, that's not shocking to me, because if I watched a movie that had my brother in it, who passed away 3 times, I'd probably cry all 3 times too. What I found most interesting about the interview was the fact of why he watched it 3 times. He watched it, was it for the first time it was the premiere, second time, was it a fraternity?
I think the third time it was the fraternity.
Third time was a fraternity, and then he watched it again because it was in DC, folks in DC.
Yes.
Folks in DC requested that he be there when they and he was there and he showed up. That tells me that's a real one right there. That's a real family. Let's just say that. That's a real whole entire family that's just going to show up with some stuff that potentially had a negative connotation about it. But he's like, okay, I'm going to still show up. And if anybody wants the facts and figures set straight, I'm going to do that.
I think it says a lot about him too, I think people don't understand. People are taking it for granted. He's putting himself through it. And it's not, I still don't believe it's fair to ask him to have to sit through that, because that's his brother. Like, regardless of however you feel about Chadwick Boseman, there's a bit of distance there that protects your heart. He doesn't have that protection. It's still, for him to be able to say in the interview that he cried all 3 times, he's not being allowed to heal. He's not being allowed to heal. And we're asking him, and I get it, he said the movie was beautiful and everything like that. But as everybody alluded to in their interview, it felt more because it was a movie about Chadwick Boseman as opposed to a movie about T'Challa. Everybody said that. And that's what we've been saying for the longest time. And it's not supposed to be like that. The movie is supposed to be about the character. We should have had a separate movie, a separate project, and we keep acting like that's not even a possibility to honor the actor. We've seen this before, and that's one of the things that steadily pisses me off, because people act like these things haven't been done before. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna turn it back over to you. Let's think about what we've heard, not what we've imagined, but what we've heard and what we read. This is fact. As I alluded to talking to you last night, I think a little bit to Mr. Ray Smith on the phone. Chadwick Boseman, God rest his soul, was not familiar with Black Panther. He knew of Black Panther, T'Challa, but he wasn't an avid fan, reader. He was from afar, a distance. So when the guy says to him, hey, he throws the comic book in the back seat, this is your next role, he's like, oh. But even doing the Sirius XM radio, where he has the part, they're working on the movie, he's able to articulate that he had no idea that this character meant so much to so many. So even in the process of filming, they still, himself, the lead actor who's playing the role of the lead character, aren't, as tuned in, as locked in as they need to be, should be, you would like for them to be. And that's not a negative thing. They just don't know in regards to how much this character means. Well, if he who said to the cast and crew, the production company, movie company, we're not speaking European accents, we got to speak African accents. If that's the person who cared the most about the project, but did not know as much as you and I know about the project, it's safe to say the rest of them didn't know as much as they say they do. But let Nate Moore tell it, he don't hire people that know the source material. That's not me saying that, that's not you, that's Nate Moore. So then that comes back to Ryan Coogler. You may know about T'Challa, but you're not a fan of T'Challa, because if you were a fan of Black Panther T'Challa, you wouldn't have got this job as the movie director / writer. Let's go ahead and be fair. So it's okay, as you alluded to last night, for two things to be true at the same time. He can like the movie based on what he knows about the character. But as I said to you last night, you're not gonna miss something if you've never had it. We know who this character is. We know what this, it's not just what the character represents. We've been knew that, but we know who this character is since day one, just like a lot of people know who Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are. So I'm fine with him feeling how he feels about the movie as Chadwick Boseman's brother. I don't frown upon that. I don't have anything to say about that. He knows Chadwick Boseman, his brother, better than I do, than any of us do. So while it did move him, and he's entitled to how he feels about the movie, we are also entitled to feel how we feel about the movie, not only as fans of Chadwick Boseman, but as fans of T'Challa as well. So there's that.
Okay. And to piggyback on that, I don't expect, and I know you don't expect, Derrick Boseman to say disparaging words about anybody because of who he is. And I mean, if a fact is a fact, I expect anybody to point that out, regardless of what their, religious background is. I mean, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's what Martin Luther King said. So if we see something unfair going on, something inequitable going on, and it's being spoon-fed to the general public at large as sorting out one's emotions cinematically, that's a play. You see what I'm saying? When just like little children, when little children cry, They aren't always crying because they're in pain or that they're hurting or that they need something. They know that when they cry, it brings their parents to them. At least some, that ain't figured out. I'm gonna just let this joker cry till he figure out I ain't gonna be jumping up every 5 seconds whenever he cries. So that emotional outburst is what I like to call it, and then you put that emotional outburst into a movie and then said, honor. I know, and that Derrick Boseman knows that's BS. But because of who he is, he's not gonna go, hey, look here, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is what that was. Straight garbage, my dude. Straight garbage. No, he's not gonna respond to it like that.
I like how he said it last night, because they did ask him, and shout out to the fellas for conducting the interview and everything like that. Shout out to everybody who was involved in it. I love the fact that he was able to, as we've alluded to, as many in the Recast T'Challa movement have alluded to, even just so recently on Twitter, T'Challa should be recast. They didn't kill him off when Christopher Reeve died. Chadwick Boseman isn't T'Challa. T'Challa isn't Chadwick Boseman. They're two different people. We've said that. Cat Williams said that. Cat. The whole Recast T'Challa movement, we need front row tickets. We don't need no money. We just need front row tickets. And it's 600. It's a whole bunch of us. We need front row tickets to your next comedy special. Cause But Derrick said what Cat Williams said, what we've been saying. T'Challa isn't Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman isn't T'Challa. Quote, end quote. They didn't kill off Superman when Christopher Reeve passed away. Why they killing off I love that. It doesn't need to be said anymore. He basically doubled down on the same statement he made on December 8th. Like at this point, he's not doubling down on it. He's not even tripling down on it. He's reaffirming it. He's confirming it. It's like, stop asking him at this particular point in time. You can ask him about the movie. He's going to tell you that he liked it. You ask him about Recast T'Challa. He's not going to change. He's been saying the same thing since December 8th, 2020. So, hey.
Pretty much. And I don't see really too much more to say other than that. When I say we, I mean we as recasters. And I don't know if it feels this way to you, Theo, but I feel like we are being attacked, like for no good reason. I mean, if you can go on social media and make a statement, say whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce's breath stink. Jay-Z looked like Joe Camel on the cigarette. You're gonna get somebody responding to it. Now, the only issue I have with that is this. If you're responding to me with an intelligent argument, if you're responding to me with some conversation that makes sense, if you're responding to me and you sound like you know what you're talking about, we can have a conversation. But if you respond to me saying dumb stuff like what Susie girl, whoever that is, was saying to me this morning, and I noticed she deleted a couple of her comments because maybe she thought, maybe I shouldn't use the word N-I-G-G-A because ain't nobody else in this string using that word.
Right.
And that made me allude back to what you were saying in your live last night about the word. I mean, I'm gonna show you how it ties in with this particular topic. But to me, it's a learned thing. It's something you have to practice. You have to, just like you have to practice getting yourself to do things, just like you have to practice to get yourself to not do things, you have to practice engaging people in conversation online. Some people know how to engage other people in conversation and they can be passive aggressive. Other people are just flat out crass and just say, oh, this is how I feel about you and yours. And other people are just trolls. You know, they make a comment and then they run away. You know, it's like, okay, why do none of these people, or very few of these people who claim they so in the know, that they know everything there is to know, don't know about the interview Derrick Boseman did on December 8th, 2020?
Because they would rather be, oh, wait, is that a question that you want
Yeah,
answered?
it's a question. It's a question.
Okay.
I know it's rhetorical for some, but if you want to field it, sir, go right ahead.
Oh, I will, because they enjoy being stupid. Like, they lack the courage, the intestinal fortitude to evolve past who they are. They're stuck on stupid, stuck on being dumb, however you want to look at it. At the end of the day, if the material is right there for you to read it, and you and I have been on social media, went back and forth with quite a few of these stupid people, they tell you, I don't read comments, or I don't want to read it. You don't want to read it because you don't want to find out you're wrong. You know what you are? That makes you a coward in my eyes. That makes you someone incapable of growth in my eyes. That makes
you a hypocrite.
Right. That makes you, watch this, and I'm gonna take it there. That makes you, if you're a part of my ethnicity, part of my culture, part of my race of people, that makes you part of the problem and not part of the solution. Because I'm gonna sit around and wait for a few more days, and the same people that call themselves black but don't want to learn anything black, regardless of what it is, turn their nose up to it because it ain't what they want to do, even though it's black, gonna be the same people walking around here between February 1st and February 28th, 29th, claiming they pro-black. No, you're conditionally black. Don't call me and mine for nothing, because when I say conditionally black, I look at it like this. You're a misogynist. You hate women. So if it's about black women, you ain't got nothing to do with it. You're a misandrist. So if it's about black men, you ain't got nothing to do with it. You're a member of the LGBTQ. So if it's got something to do with the heterosexuals, you ain't got nothing to do with it. You don't like the LGBTQ. So if it's got something to do with the LGBTQ, you ain't got nothing to do with it. Damn the fact that it's all black, you conditionally black. I have no use, and I'm finna say it how I mean it. I have no use, none whatsoever, for a conditionally black nigger. Not nigga, nigger. I have no use for a conditionally black nigger, because at the end of the day, you will sell out your people for a piece of paper. That's what it boils down to. That's how I feel about it. I ain't taking it back. Anybody want to come get at me, pull up.
Well, since we all know that being niggardly does not project the correct type of energy, I feel like more and more every day, I feel like I don't want to engage. I don't want to engage people because I've engaged enough of them and they all do the same thing. They all have that same behavior. They come at you hard, but then when you expand against their contraction, they're like, wait, that's not what I was expecting him to do. I was trying to spark a different response. No, you ain't gonna spark nothing but a plethora of information out of me trying to check me about how I feel about a certain character.
You know, me and you different.
Hey, viva la difference. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, that the same old thing coming from the same old places, variety and the spice of life.
You know what? They need to understand something. Like, okay, when this whole thing started, I was already called the Malcolm X, the Eric Lenshier in the movement. Ain't nothing changed. Now, watch this. We may have recast Charles Xavier and made him a little bit more militant. We may have, because Charles is bald-headed. But I ain't changed. I still got Genosha over here.
Hey.
Listen. They need to understand something. If they want to have a Charles Xavier conversation, they need to talk to you. They do. They need to talk to you.
Here's my thing about that. I'm gonna try to give it to you with an open hand. But if you come at me with a closed fist, please understand this turns into a fist very quickly.
Listen.
You know, so it's like don't start none, won't be none. Simple as that. Simple as that. If I can have a conversation and not, you know, and get my point across the way I want to get my point across, does that make me smarter than you? Nah, it just makes me a better thinker than you. I don't respond with, you know what I'm saying? And people just respond instead of react.
I think it's to the point now where those who want to know come to us like they want to know. And that's reciprocated. The ones that come, as I said to you last night, I don't know what you know about the Kansas City Chiefs, but I know what I know about the Kansas City Chiefs. And based on what I know about the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm of the mindset I don't know as much as you do about the Kansas City Chiefs. See, it ain't about what I know you know. I know what I know. So when we get these stupid niggers, I'm not using the A, I'm using a hard ER. When you get these stupid niggers, and I really feel like I'm being redundant when I use the word stupid in front of nigger, because literally that's what you are. They come at you and they want to antagonize you. Well, I'm an only child. I'm a football player. I'm a Marine. I'm a father. I'm Black. I got abandonment issues. I'm just not the one you need to come for. I got too many issues going on and everything like that. So with me saying I got abandonment issues, I look at the whole Black race as my family. So if you start talking stupid, saying something to disparage one member of my family, just because you got the same pigmentation, don't mean I look at you as family. It don't. So when you say something disparaging about a member of my family, I have no problem dressing you down with my vernacular, with my vocabulary, with my intelligence, with my IQ, with my smarts, with my knowledge. I just don't, and that's where I'm at with it right now. So anybody else, y'all go talk to Daryl, y'all want to talk to Theo, it's either on a live or a spaces. We not finna do this Drake, Meek Mill stuff behind closed doors. We're not doing that. I'm dragging you out in the open where everybody can see, where you can explain how stupid you really are to the general public. That's why I am with it. So I'm, you know.
That being said, dare to be different.
And I don't care what
that is passively aggressive or aggressively passive.
Watch this. And some of them be coming up, I be looking at them because they numbers think they look at our numbers and think our numbers are close to theirs or something like that. So they want to either pull us down so they can climb up. No, don't try that at me and Daryl's expense. Don't do that. Because I know what you be doing. I see where your numbers at, and I see why you're doing it. Me and Daryl, which is crazy, we don't have 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 members of the, we don't have that. So when y'all come attacking us, we know why you doing it. It's because you feel like y'all see us some way we really don't see ourselves right now.
They believe we have the knowledge of a page that has 10,000 subscribers, you know, but it doesn't have anything to do with that. If you come and you got a sincere quality about you and you know what the hell you're talking about, that's very easy to see. You don't have to have no 1,000 people looking at you do it. You can have 100 people looking at you do it. And they can be like, that's the most genuine mug I ever ran into on YouTube. Speaking of genuine, let me get some genuine comments because they've been chit-chatting without us. Diabolical Nerd said the movie was straight disrespectful to the family, profiting off a real life death. I've never seen that done before anywhere else. Me neither. Mr. Ray Smith said they don't know anything about the character. No, they do not, Mr. Smith, not a damn thing. And Kamoyo Kid said if he needs an anger translator, I will do it for free. That's
my dog right there. That's my dog right there. I need that.
hey, you might get a phone call, kid. I might need you to do some anger translation for me. But
hey, man, I ain't got it, man. You know what it is? I think what's being missed, and I sense it with Mr. Ray Smith. I told my wife, the older you get, the less ish you tolerate. You didn't damn near seen it all. You didn't been through it all.
Say that again, Theo.
The older you get, the less ish you tolerate. You didn't experience it.
See that, Gray? I might smile and wink a couple times, but if you keep coming at me sideways.
So this is what we have. We have too many, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We have too many Black people that's grown that forgot what it's like to have respect for their elders. They say stuff to us that would get them knocked out if they was talking to grandma and granddad like that. And me and you old enough to be grandparents. I'm a grandparent. So it's like you get on social media and you talk slick because they see our videos. Now that's the thing. You see our videos. So at the end of the day, if you know nothing else, you know Daryl and I are older than you. And instead of coming and having a respectful conversation based off that alone, you still will come in and be just as god-awful ignorant as if your mama, daddy, grandma, auntie, uncle, whoever raised you, gave you no home training whatsoever. You wish you would be 30 years old, go into a room with a bunch of 50-year-olds and act like you know what you talk about. You'll be lucky to walk your happy ass up out of there.
What that guy said. What that guy over there said. Let me slide through a couple more of these comments. Diabolical Nerd said, I don't understand why people can't separate the actor from a fictional character.
The brother don't either.
With their logic, Santa must be real, and if a mall Santa dies, then the real Santa's dead.
Well, let Fox tell it. Santa is real and he's white because he can't be anything else. Let Fox News tell it. But anyway,
well said, Kenneth McAlpin, welcome. He said blissfully ignorant. Liquid Fire, hey, what you doing, girl? Glad to see you. Greetings. Kamoyo Kid said international ignorance and willful stupidity. Diabolical Nerd again says, those the same people that think T'Challa Jr. is a recast and we should simply shut up and wait till he grow up and be king. Emphasis on wait. Slave-minded conditioning of being docile and accepting.
Right. Speaking of that, watch this. So the brother who's able to say, I went to go see the movie 3 times and cried all 3 times, who's able to say, even then, at that very same interview, a few minutes later, the character should be recast. What did that brother say about Chadwick? He would have made a great father because he possessed wisdom and patience. And that's what makes a great father. And you turn around and you look at this and you be like, this is the brother. Now, mind you, this dude, Derrick, actually agreed. This what boggles my mind. The same anti-recasters that was out there saying that Chadwick had a relationship going on with Lupita Nyong'o. The same anti-recasters that were sitting out there talking about both Derrick and the niece were misogynistic in saying the character should be cast. Them gonna be the same ones talking about, oh, Derrick said he liked the movie. You are a damn coward. Because you can't own both of them.
Well, you can regurgitate. They can regurgitate one fact and twist another one, and both of those thought processes are wrong. You can't. If somebody say something to me and I don't know the fact and basis, I don't know the background about that statement, I'm not gonna go back and repeat that damn statement to a whole room full of people. Also, if somebody is not telling the truth, they simply are not telling the truth. And if me not endorsing a lie makes you call me anything except a child of God, I'll be that. But I'm not going to endorse no lie. I'm not going to endorse a flat out lie that somebody's telling and know good and damn well when all the facts come out and all of the different scripts and all of the different plots and all of the different avenues you could have took with that movie, but instead chose to take the one that you did take, and now well, that'll be a segue into my next topic. But but
I asked a question.
Yes,
I asked a question. People lie all the time. That's just a God-given fact. And people lie on people all the time. That's just a God-given fact. What does it say? Because we haven't heard from these people. Crazy. Because now they shifted the goalpost once again. Now it's like the recast thing, recasting TJ, making TJ is like, why lie on a fictional character? Like that lie that T'Challa died. I want to know who started that lie, and what does it say about you as a real person where you got to lie on a fictional character just to get your brownie points, just to get your clicks and likes up. That's what you got to do. Like, you ain't lying on Barack Obama. You lying on T'Challa. Didn't
Ryan and Nate come up with that in minutes?
How? In a matter of minutes. Like that blows my mind. You will sit there and lie on, and right now, if you were that person that was going so hard in the paint to say, well, T'Challa died in the comics, where you at right now, January 2023? If that was your stance, November of 2022, where you at in January 2023?
That could be an interesting video. Hey, Theo, do you want to smile?
Yeah, go ahead. You finna hit that story?
Nah. Okay. Kamoyo Kid said basically Theo is Stone Cold and D-Real is Triple H.
Well, I got two words for you. That's the bottom line, cause GTB said so. I don't really give a damn. You give me 2 cans, cause Stone Cold used to drink non-alcoholic beer. Get me 2 cans of Dr. Pepper. I don't care. Let's go. We can get it going. I don't care. And I like that move anyway. I do like that move.
Yeah. Grand Madam said, and you conserve your energy. Got to. 6 decades of waiting. Miss me with that. That's what Mr. Smith said. Yeah, we ain't waiting no more. I mean, he said it all. I don't really need to say that. Bam. Come on now. Diabolical Nerd said, at the end of the day, in this world we live in, intelligent people are the minority and the simpletons are the majority. Yes, sir. Their strength are in numbers, whereas ours are in wisdom.
You know what? Can I say this? It took 50-something years for the character to come to the screen. And some of our happy asses, I'm saying some of our, because it's our people, some of our happy asses have the audacity to say, we can wait. Really? You want to take the opportunity? You want to take a chance on waiting with them? You've been waiting. Good God Almighty. The only reason why they wanted to give you this one so damn fast is because they knew they could take advantage of your willfully stupid ass. That's the only reason why they wanted to do that. They knew, we're gonna give you. How do you do a movie and one person says, well, she was nominated for an Oscar, it's gonna be bigger and better, but then you have the writer director talk about, I had to do a movie without a leading actor. Well, what are you saying about the person who played Shorty? She wasn't your leading actor.
Because she was not meant to be.
So this
circumstances apparently, wink wink, forced her into that mold.
So this why the movie didn't get nominated for an Oscar? Because he didn't have no leading actor, because she's not leading actor potential? I didn't say that. I thought she was a leading actress. That's what he said.
My best guess would be they ain't ready for it yet. That's all I can give you. They ain't ready for it yet. Because I mean, if this movie, well, I'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and we're gonna get right on that. Nico, what's good, young Thundercat?
Nico Bean with the steam.
Yes, sir. And yes, sir, we are talking about that interview currently, sir. Glad you could make it. Steve Weiser beer is what you'll be drinking. Rich, what's up? He said, worst part about the lie T'Challa dying in the comics is when they try to bring up some AU story and pretend like we weren't talking about the 616 universe. See, yeah, there are too many of us out here, Rich. They can't throw no wool over nobody's eyes, because just like he alluded to earlier in the interview that Derrick Boseman did, Chadwick Boseman said he was unaware that it was this many people out here who love this character. We've been out here. Some of us been out here for 50 years. Some of us been out here for 40 years. Some of us been out here for 30 years. But we out here. And the biggest slap in the face is all of these characters, all of these fans that have been out here 20, 30, 40, and 50 years. They just giving us a middle finger and going to the people who don't know jack about it. And they just willing to spend their money, and all they want is a story, and they piecemeal one together for them.
That, you know what? That's like somebody, there's a football coach right there, and you want to learn how to play football. You do. You want to learn how to play football. You keep telling people you love football, but you sit up here and you go talk to the baseball coach about how to play football. Like, you ain't even talking to the baseball coach about how to catch, which is what they got in common. You got to catch something in football. You talking to the baseball coach about how to hit a baseball. They ain't got nothing to do with football. But you don't want to hear nothing that the football coach got to say about football, which is worse because the football coach actually looked like you. What did I tell you last night? I'm done with the MCU. I'm done with it. They
get two brush offs from me. Yeah. My partners came at me the other day and was like, hey, are we going to see Quantum Mania? I said, y'all can go see Quantum Mania if y'all want to. I'm not gonna be, hell no. Why? What for? You know what I'm saying? This is phase 5. It's gonna be better than phase 4. We'll see.
I might be anal. I might be, but I'm like this. I'm a diehard comic book fan. I think all of us are, for the most part, diehard comic book fans and everything like that.
Yes, sir.
As you and I talked about last night, we went to go see these movies when they first came out. You know, you gave us Iron Man, you gave us the Hulk, and for the most part, you stood true to the source material. Don't know what was going on with the whole Hawkeye, Black Widow subbing in for Ant-Man and the Wasp, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm at the point now where I see, because they went on and they basically said it. You don't give two damns about me as a comic book fan. You don't respect the source material. You don't want anybody coming on board that knows the source material. You basically want to do what you want to do. Okay, cool. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not. This ain't for me no more. I got comic books. I got video games. I got action figures. I got Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes on Disney Plus. I got Avengers Assemble on Disney Plus. I got Avengers comic books coming out. We got a new writer coming out for Black Panther. I ain't got to deal with the MCU. I can go right back into my little cubby hole because I was reading comic books before there was an MCU. I still dream. I can still close my eyes and create images in my head. So I don't need that. I'm not going to pay somebody 15, 20 bucks for something that I don't agree with. So I'm tapping out. I'm good.
Kamoyo Kid say some of the disrespectful energy these antis is like Io and Anika going at T'Challa. Gray's in the building. What up, Gray? They didn't
that's like the disrespectful energy coming from the anti-recasters is like Achilles, Jai, and Amalolo running up on T'Challa. And you looking at them like, you sure you want these problems? Because I've been slapped out of y'all, all three of y'all at the same damn time. Y'all sure y'all want this? That's what that's like.
Gray said they didn't even market Shuri as the lead. That's how much faith they had in Baby Girl as a lead. Cornelius, what's up? Shuri won't draw anyone. They should have just made her the Aja Adana instead of BP. Yeah, that probably would have been a more interesting story, but then you couldn't call it Black Panther Wakanda Forever, could you?
They should have just gave us Deadliest of the Species. T'Challa didn't even have to be in Black Panther 2. Like, he could have been in a whole cryo chamber for the entire movie. We ain't got to do this whole TJ thing in Black Panther 3. We could have brought T'Challa back in Black Panther 3 and introduced Doom. We could have. So, no.
Kamoyo Kid say, hit the likes, people, if you're digging what a brother's shoveling.
Put some
likes, please and thank you. Zoltar the Magnificent. Hey, what's up? He said they shouldn't have killed the queen.
No,
they shouldn't have. And speaking of the queen, that is a perfect segue.
Yes.
Angela Bassett got an Oscar nod for Best Actress.
Well deserved.
Oh no, it was Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, well deserved. Still well deserved.
Yeah, and I mean, and I didn't like the fact that she didn't get an Oscar for What's Love Got to Do with It. So they need to make that up to her, flat out. Regardless of how I feel about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Angela Bassett's performance in that movie was stellar.
It was. I think
every second she was on the screen, I enjoyed. Matter of fact, I said in the video I did about the Oscars, had it not been for Angela Bassett in that movie, I might have been asleep.
Listen, I said when the trailer, when the trailer dropped, I said, hey, she coming for it. And I can't lie. Watching the movie, when she said, have I not given you everything? Listen, I felt them chills. I felt it all. I felt it in my spirit. So I'm like, okay. And that's the whole thing. I think people get it twisted. It's like, we don't hate on women. No, we sit back and give women all day flowers all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Angela Bassett did an amazing job in that movie. She, honestly, now watch this. You want to talk about something? In the movies that she's been in, and in the scenes that she's been in, her performances, watch this, have been transcendent. See what I see? Because you gonna have to bring it. We didn't get enough of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa to say, oh man, you gotta bring it. You might have to be as smart as Chadwick Boseman. You might have to be as versatile as Chadwick Boseman. You know what I'm saying? But Angela Bassett playing Queen Ramonda, oh man, listen, you're gonna have to bring it after that one. I don't know what you talking about. We don't know who gonna replace Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Who finna be Queen Mother Ramonda?
Hey, she brought the funk. She brought the funk. For real.
Watch this. The only way you could do this, and we would have to see her do this woman do this and not be in a comedic role, was the woman who played Angela Bassett's mother in What's Love Got to Do with It, which is crazy because she did play everybody's mama, and I think her and Angela Bassett.
Jennifer Lewis.
Yes, that's the only other person. Maybe Whoopi Goldberg. Maybe. But you see how short that list is?
Yeah. But my thing about it, I don't know if anybody noticed or anybody read, but Everything Everywhere All at Once has been nominated 11 different nominations. Okay. 4 of those nominations are for actors in that movie. Now, as I do a side-by-side comparison, like I told Theo I was going to do before we got started with the live, besides Angela Bassett, how many actors from Black Panther Wakanda Forever have been nominated for Oscars? I'll wait. But you know what? I don't have to, because I can tell you the answer. One. Uno. Okay. Is Black Panther Wakanda Forever one of the nominees for Best Picture? Oh wait, no, I don't have to again. It's not. Now, for all of these people about 7, 8 months ago who was telling me, oh, this movie's gonna be so this, and oh, this movie's gonna win that. Now, I'm not having I told you so moment. It's more of a keep that same energy for that shit you was talking 7 months ago, and notice that your statement didn't age very well. So for future reference, before you go talking about how good or great or fantastic or phenomenal or iconic something is going to be, why don't you learn a little more about it? Theo, thoughts? I know you got one. I know you got one.
So as I said on my live last night, don't let, and I'm talking to the people that's going to object, hey, Nikki, to say that it was misogynistic that women weren't nominated. I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to say it the best way I possibly can. There's going to be somebody smartass in a room when you make that statement that says Hollywood is misogynistic against Black women. They're going to say, how? When 3 out of the 4 movies during the holiday season featured Black women, they did. So that smart ass is going to look at you and say, well, how can you say we don't like Black women when we literally put Black women on the big screen 3 out of the 4 movies? We didn't really do nothing for the Black men. Mind you, hey there, Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you no, that would be a lie if I said that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna tell that lie. No, what wound up happening was you got played by the Hollywood engine. All y'all did. The same Hollywood engine that didn't give a damn about you is ran by the same men that didn't give a damn about you doing slave trade, is ran by the same men that didn't give a damn about you when they offered you welfare. You just continue to keep doing what you was doing back then. Just like doing the slave trade, because the Black man was put in a position where he couldn't protect you, hard to protect you when we got no guns, no knives, no nothing. You turned your back on us. Just like during the civil rights era, when Buddy offered you all the money, you say, I need the money more than I need you. Well, guess what? You said you wanted to be the star, the lead. You said, to hell with Black men. You didn't need Black men. You didn't need nothing from a Black man, except what you needed for us was to be in the room when they started voting for the Academy Awards. Because the only people that were in that room were the same people who put you up in the limelight and told you you didn't need Black men. So, I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Fancy that. Let's see what's going on here. Ray Smith said he ain't going either. Louis Berry say thoughts on Shazam 2 trailer. I tell you real quick, I can sum that up. If DC don't get their shit together, Shazam Fury of the Gods is gonna go the same route all the other DC movies went, no matter how well they market it. Zoltar the Magnificent said it's not for me, deuces. Zoltar the Magnificent said Black Adam was better than the box office. That is a fact. But only fans can dig in and see that. Them casual fools who just shelling out their dollars needlessly don't care about any of that. They just want a thrill. They just want special effects. They just want to see some stuff and be able to go back and talk to folks. And, oh, did you see it? It was wonderful. It was spectacular. It was cool. All that BS.
And you know what the sad part about that is, D? You know who they want to talk to about the movie when they go see it? They don't want to talk to each other because they know they don't know a damn thing. They want to talk to us. Did you like the Black Panther movie? How does it compare to the comic book? You don't give a damn about the comic book. Stop asking me.
The comic, the movie should have inspired your simple ass to go read a comic book.
Yeah, don't ask me how I compare the damn comic books. You go to the damn comic book store. How about that?
Ask your local LCS guy. He loves fielding questions like that.
Right. Who is in Jobu? I don't know who the hell in Jobu is. Don't ask me that.
Oh, Keita said, "What's up, Theo and D-Real?"
What's going on, Miss Keita? What's going on?
Cold Tiger said, "What's up?" He been in the room for a second, so I think he knows what we're discussing.
Cold Tiger. What talking about?
Nico said he's still waiting on his Icon movie, his Static movie, his Black Lightning movie. Still waiting on Vixen.
Don't mess around, be the same movie.
Well, they had a couple Vixens on Legends of Tomorrow, but
you know what I think? Nico gonna mess around. BIA still waiting on the damn movies.
Better get up, go make it happen. Grand Madam said, "What would the MCU do if comic book sales were better than the movie sales?"
They would start telling the damn movies the way the comic book is more closely. Because that's what they like to believe. That's what I said. I'm going back to the comic books. Like, I'm going back to comics. I'm going back to comics. I don't think so. I'm not. Why are we going to the movies? They're not giving us what we want. So if at the end of the day, because this is our money, right?
Why would you go see a movie that doesn't have the stuff in it you want to see? Why would you go see a movie that's based on, or that tries to be based on the source material of stuff that you know up, down, sideways, backwards, and forwards? Why would you go see some stuff like that? Why do I want to go see Quantumania? None of that. You find the story that's in the movie Quantumania in a comic book. You can't. You know why? Because Ant-Man never ran into Kang.
He better not.
There aren't three Ant-Men and all going into the quantum realm, and you know what I'm saying? That's some stuff put together by folks who don't read comic books. That's what a movie put together by people who don't read comic books look like.
You know what that
I ain't
is?
got no time for that shit. I ain't got no time for it. I ain't got no time for it. Period.
I'm gonna use this analogy right here. I like fried chicken. I do. Got used to how my grandmother made fried chicken. So here's what you have with Ant-Man Quantumania. You have
some people don't wash their chicken before they make
it. At all. Now watch this. Now watch this. Here's the sad part. The dude that's over the place that makes the chicken, right? He hires everybody but people that know how to make chicken, know how to fry chicken, know how to wash.
Bring it on home, Theo. Bring it on home.
Chicken. He do all that, and then he doubles down with it by hiring somebody, the chef, that don't know how to cook the damn chicken. But mind you, has the audacity to put out a damn menu, commercials, advertising his damn chicken. And when we sit here, having tasted grandmama's fried chicken, and you looking at the chicken and you're like, that don't look like grandma's fried chicken. And you see them putting the chicken together, and you read the ingredients that they put in the chicken, you be like, that ain't even what grandmama used to season her damn chicken. People get mad because you don't want to go to the damn restaurant and eat the damn chicken. That ain't what you want.
Make chicken the way people want to eat it, and they'll come to your restaurant.
I don't care what high-paid celebrity you got come out here endorsing your chicken sandwich. I don't care. That's not gonna make me eat your chicken. I don't care if you hired my mama to come out here, which not. I don't care who you hired to come out here and endorse your. Watch this. My wife know this, and I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. You could hire Mary J. Blige to come out here and endorse Wakanda forever, and I still wouldn't give two damns about that movie. And everybody that know me know how much you feel what I'm saying. You should have did what I'm saying. Like that. That's how.
Yes, I overstand.
Right. So she couldn't even get me to go. Now, if my wife can't get me to go, and Mary can't get me to go, and my daughter can't get me to go, then damn it, you know I ain't going.
And there you have it. Zoltar said if they said T'Challa was coming back, it would have been all good. Angela Bassett, she should have been Storm back in the day.
I need Queen Mother Ramunda to come back, not to the astral plane, but if she gonna come back and they gonna do a Black Panther 3, her and T'Challa need to find their way out.
Yep. She should have been Storm. That's all everybody saying. Yeah, she should have been Storm. Should have been Storm. Yep. The Queen for real, Betty Shabazz. Yep, she sure was Betty Shabazz, wasn't she?
You know what?
These Diesel. Whoa. Hey, what's happening to these Diesel? These Diesel said, I'm not on the Kang Gang train. Neither am I. And I can't stand what they've done in the Ant-Man film. I'll wait for the VHS release. Like, make them no more. So I'm digging what you're shoveling, fam.
Can we say we saw the MCU going off the rails with the Eternals movie?
I saw the MCU going off the rails with Black Widow.
Okay. I can see
when I saw what they did with Taskmaster, I'm like, oh, they out They out of their effing mind. You know what I'm saying? Why was that even necessary? That wasn't even necessary. He could have just been an assassin. He could have just been a killer for hire. You didn't have to do that Dragunov's daughter thing. That was stupid.
You're right. No, you right. That was it right there. That was it.
I was done. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all done lost your natural mind. They ain't even trying. They ain't even trying to follow. They ain't remotely follow canon no more. They just like, hey, let's throw some shit in the air and whatever come down. That's what we're making a movie about.
Let's be petty for a second. Do you have that Taskmaster action figure?
I sure do. Is
it a male or female as far as you're concerned in your collection?
That's a man all day. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's a man all day. Sorry. Yeah,
that's what I wanted to get at, because it's like they don't understand. It's like you put these action figures out here, and if these action figures can't fit the narrative that we want at home, they're not going to get bought. The only reason why we bought that Taskmaster action figure because we like it's going to take forever. Y'all need to give us a new comic book version. But since we kind of like how this one look, it's just not going to be a female in our collection.
But I got both. I got the Taskmaster from the movie, and I got the original Taskmaster
for back in the day. I ain't doubling down like that. I ain't doubling down. Well, no.
Well, no, I already had the comic book Taskmaster figure. I bought the Taskmaster from the movie before I saw the movie.
No. Forget me. I lied. Because how many T'Challas I got from the MCU? Forget I said so. Don't I have a suit coming there from the movies, and I got the one from the comic book? And the claw from the movies. So
Zoltar says Hawkman for T'Challa. Moya Kid said them folks won't show her that love though. Michelle Yeoh's movie is running the table. The Oscars don't love us, just niche movies. Now, Everything Everywhere All at Once was a good movie. I ain't gonna say it sucked. In my opinion, it was a better movie than Wakanda Forever. But does it deserve to? They pushing it. Exactly. I see that's what they pushing it in our face. They saying, look, it's Michelle Yeoh. Look, it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. So you're talking. And so that's fresh in your mind. And so when you pick who you want to win.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
And low key, this kind of goes back to the Oscars from last year.
I mentioned that in my video.
Which kind of goes back to the Oscars that were actually boycotted, which was why last year happened, because somebody got in their feelings because people didn't show up to that Oscars, and he kept blaming the two people that was at the Oscars. So he found a way to insult one of the people that he kept blaming for the Oscars being boycotted, and the other person who had something to do with the Oscars being boycotted slapped the taste out of his mouth. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is Straight Outta Compton, Selma. I remember that year because we like Straight Outta Compton. I like Straight Outta Compton. Selma,
Right.
Selma, good movie, historical movie, and everything like that. My question is, and it's really no different than us wanting to go see these movies, but we know different. My question is, why we keep going to the Oscars? Like, no. I don't believe in constantly complaining about something if I have it within me to do something about it. We have the Essence Music Awards, right? We got our own film awards, just like we had our own baseball leagues, our own football team. Like, we got our own. Why do we feel like we constantly need approval, acknowledgement, acceptance, celebration from people who consistently show you at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they really don't give two damns about you? Like, why we there?
I personally, Theo, I stopped watching the Oscars a long time ago.
Like,
the only reason I watched them last year is because Will Packer was the one that was putting it on. And so I'm like, all right, it's fair. They letting us in, they letting us do some stuff. And then, we all know what happened.
Which made me feel some type of way for Will Packer to be hosting and Will Packer to be producing and Chris Rock was hosting. And at that time, when Chadwick Boseman could have received a Lifetime Achievement Academy Award, since everybody was still talking about him and we had the cast and crew from Black Panther 2, what we got instead was an insult to somebody being slapped. Like, we didn't get a celebration of Blackness. I don't know why, but I got to go back to my question though, because I don't want to get derailed. Why are we there? Because clearly Will Packer producing and Chris Rock hosting was just blackface for the Oscars. So why are we there? What we going for? What we in attendance for?
And at one point, we were saying boycott the Oscars.
Right. Like, I don't even want to use the word boycott. Just like, why we there? Like, that should be some, like, you know what? I don't go to Stetson night. It ain't for me. I ain't got to use the word boycott. That's not my thing. Why we keep going to the Oscars? Like, why does it mean so much to us that we get pissed off or we want to call people? I want to tell them, sisters, you thought white Hollywood gave a damn about you? Maybe, let me rephrase that. That's not fair. You thought those racists, because not all whites in Hollywood is racist, you thought those racists gave a damn about you? Why? What made these sisters think that in the time they've been living, that they've been having the Oscars, that they were going to give two damns about them and their Black movie? In what lifetime? Why they surprised? Who they mad at? No, dead ass. Who they mad at? Because the Black man don't run Hollywood. So who you mad at, Queen? Who holding you down? Because I know who wasn't. I'm not in the Academy Award. I don't vote. And I don't think any of us are on the board to vote. So who they mad at? Who they mad at and who they gonna come look to hold them down? Because see, that's what I want them to understand. I see you over there. I see what you're going through, but you mad at them. But when you get mad, you have the tendency to lump me in with them. I ain't had nothing to do with that. So why you keep expecting them same people who keep giving you their ass to kiss to all of a sudden want you to turn around and toss their salad?
Do you want the popular opinion or do you want my hot take?
I want your hot take. This your show. I'm just
okay.
a guest.
Okay. By and large, I'm not going to say, and this might sound some kind of way, and y'all can tell me in the comments if I'm whistling Dixie, if I'm on to something. By and large, we are about being visible. And with that visibility, we want people to see us. We want people to see what we got. We want people to see how we look. We want just like, and I hate bringing up Kanye West, but Kanye West was the one who was talking about, oh, we the ones that go and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to rock this and have that on and do this and do that. But if we talking about being in a position to have some things like what Will Packer was allowed to produce, stop taking your money and giving it to Italian designers. Stop taking your money and giving it to French designers. Take your money and give it to your sister who got that little shop on the corner with some fresh designs. Take it and give it to that brother who's selling shoes that he made and put them on. Put your people on. Stop giving all your damn money to these people who do not give two funky farts about you. You rocking this Louis. What has Louis done for your community? What has Gucci done for your community? That there is the problem. When we learn to get over that hump, we'll have our own. We'll be able to put our own shit on. But until when we still tripping on the small stuff and we still dropping 1 billion into the economy on bullshit, gonna be right here. Gonna be right here. So don't be mad at nobody else. Be mad at your damn self. I'm sorry I had to say that. If that offended some people, I'm not apologizing. It's still the truth.
No, it's spot on. It's because I'm like, we knew the Oscars we knew the Oscars and we knew the Emmys didn't really care for us when we was in high school, man. I mean, come on.
What up, K-Dot? What up, K-Dot? K-Dot in the building.
K-Dot, what's going on? We on the live last night, I think it was Steezel. Somebody mentioned how, parents don't understand. Man, come on. Will Smith was the first rapper nominated and won an Emmy. And what was it? A Grammy. And it wasn't even presented on air. We've been knowing how we've been looked over when it comes to these award shows since you and I were children, since Grand Madam and Mr. Smith were teenagers. And so I'm looking at this lovely young lady who actually, I prefer her in The Harder They Fall than I did until I did. I say what you want to. And probably some people didn't even know she played the gay woman in The Harder They Fall. To see her be able to do the 180, I'm gonna dress like this, and I would have preferred to see her in something else. Emmett Till is a historical piece that honestly, the movie, I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure the movie wasn't as graphic as what they showed us in college or what's available on YouTube. So I don't know why that was the movie, but her sentiment, her emotions, I'm pretty sure they're going to get their just due on our side of the house because we recognize Black excellence. We do. We got to get past the point, as you had just alluded to, where we feel like we got to show off for somebody else. Ain't it just enough for me to love you? It should just be enough for me to love you. Like, you shouldn't need no accolades, no adulation. The fact that I love you, I hold you down, that the movie was great to me. Do we really need everybody? Do you really need every ethnicity to love your movie? Or does it matter that I love your movie? I'm like, you did that right there. I see what you did. I see what you did. I go back to it, who they mad at and what for? What did you expect in 2023 that you didn't see in 2018? I'll wait.
And y'all be waiting a long time. These will say most of my favorite films don't win no awards. Word. Most of them, I rocks with action movies for the most part. Anyway, you gonna have to be one hell of a movie to get me to sit down and watch it, and there ain't some kind of action going on. So yeah, I ain't built for all of that stuff. Like half of the movies that have been nominated for Oscars, I'm like, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that. Matter of fact, the only ones I've seen, I think, is Everything Everywhere All at Once and Top Gun Maverick. I ain't seen none of the rest of the movie.
People, Top Gun Maverick, it was that good.
I thought it was.
No, I'm just asking because I have not seen it. I haven't seen it.
I thought it was. Well, you saw the first Top Gun, right?
Right.
Okay, there'll be a lot of nostalgia in it for you from the first Top Gun, and they blend the youngins into the movie real nice, so you get both generations.
That's what I was. You know what? And I'm glad that you brought that out. And me and you might need to do shows. You know, he didn't see it, but I did. That might need to be a new show. He didn't see it, but I did. Because I was like, you know how long ago Top Gun came out?
Yeah. Hey, Theo. Yes, I do. I was still in the Navy, and they shot some of the scenes for that movie on my ship.
Watched it, and that's amazing, by the way. But I didn't know we was looking. I didn't know we was in need for a sequel to Top Gun. Like I didn't know that's what was like after Top Gun came out. I didn't know we was like, we need a sequel to that. Like I'm sitting up here like, well, I like, you know, Top Gun was pretty good, but I can't get Days of Thunder Part 2.
Well, it took you 30 plus years to get a sequel to Top Gun. So you might be waiting a little longer for Days of Thunder 2.
You gonna give me a Tom?
Hey, Tom ain't no spring chicken no more.
Listen, he can be the dude over the pit crew. Give me Days of, Tom Cruise. Days of, you can give me Top Gun Maverick. You can give me Days of Thunder, The Road to the Cup. There we go. I just gave you the title. Days of Thunder, The Road to the Cup. There we go. I like that. Do that. Go ahead, Tom. Come on now. Make that happen.
Everybody like what's good. Hey, what's happening? What's going on? I like that y'all in the chat chatting. That's what it's for. And to be quite honest, I feel like unless you direct the question directly at me or Theo, the chat is more for y'all. You know what I'm saying? To chop up and conversate and congregate and do what y'all doing. What's good, Black Panther scholars, says Walter Wilder.
What's going on, Mr. Wilder?
What's going on? See, I didn't even start. What say they tripping. Stop. Zoltar said they love splitting people up, fighting over scraps. Hey, Zoltar, 100. And that's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying to this child that came in the comments and was fooling with me about what are black men doing? Why is it about black men? I made a video about the Oscars. Why is that suddenly about black men? The comment I started to make was, show me on the dial where they touched you, sis, because you obviously got some issues. And I'm like, nah, that's mean-spirited. So I'm not going to do that. I told her, I said, we need to be, if you're going to come on my page, we need to be building, not destroying. How are you building this conversation?
You know what? It's crazy because I look at that and I'm like, and I put it on Twitter. We never said Shorty didn't become the Black Panther.
Not one time.
Never a talking point.
not one time.
Don't kill off T'Challa. Like, no, we know it's canon for Shorty to become black. And you black men tripping. Y'all just don't want Shorty to shine. If I was my grandmother, but I'm not, you know what? I'm not gonna do that because that's a derogatory comment. I'm not gonna do that. But it's like, how? We know she become the Black Panther. Like, that's what that is. We also know her, like, for us to be able to say, don't kill off the character, be called misogynistic, and then those same people that called us misogynistic lie on the character, saying that the character died, I can easily spin that around and say, you know what? No, you're the ones that's mean, hateful, spiteful, misandrous, and everything like that. You want the black man, even though you black, which is crazy because you come from a black man, you want the black man to shrivel up and go away because you despise the black man. That's crazy. But if you're willing to lie on a fictional character, it's safe to say that's your mindset. You want to
Kamoyo Kid said those Wakanda Forever nominations got antis looking like the bayou on a hot summer night. Crickets.
Hey man, stop. Ain't nobody ready for that. Stop.
Already. Dang, they are in here. They up in here. They talking about in Jobu.
Who is
in the chat? Who's in Jobu?
listen. I can't even tell people. You know what? As much as I joke and laugh about that, I can't even do it justice to explain how in my feelings I was when this dude said his name. Because I'm stoked. This who the dude? What's the actor name?
Do what? The actor for who?
What's his name?
Which actor?
The one that played in Jobu.
Oh, Dennis Haysbert.
No, stop that. No. The
Allstate guy, right?
No, who played in Jobu? Not
in Black Panther.
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown.
I'm like, first of all, Sterling K. Brown is an accomplished actor. I'm not finna act like that. This what you giving him? I'm looking for sayin. This is what you're giving him. This is what you're giving him to sink his teeth into. And then he's talking about, hey man, we gotta go, we're gonna come around the corner and everything like that, and we're gonna get the straps. The straps, at no point, this dude was planning a bank heist. He wasn't planning a revolution. This ain't what he was doing. What the heck? Sayin, bro, you couldn't even give me. Sterling K. Brown would have made a phenomenal Sayin. He would have. Low key, Sterling K. Brown can still play. No, he can't, because we got to get rid of the people that's at Marvel. Sterling K. Brown could have played Sayin on a Disney Plus show. Could have put them earrings in his ear. But you get this dude in Jobu, you gave him the voodoo idol from Major League, and you ain't think no. I can't tell people how upset I was. I can't do it justice. I can't.
When they said who he was, that was the very first. I said it loud in the theater because before because we did like a big premiere thing, and I gave like some Black Panther 101 facts, history, that kind of stuff. And then when the movie came on, and like in Jobu, who the hell's in Jobu? People who know, and it's like, okay, all right, I'll forgive that one. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to see how this movie turned out.
I feel like Cat Williams when he was on stage and he said, "The fuck." Who is in Jobu? The fuck is it like that?
Hey, they pull one on you, bro. Rick, the guy say he ain't never liked the MCU like that anyway. D. Steezel, kick it fact. Taskmaster has had a daughter for over 10 years, and they didn't even think about using her. Facts. Michelle Yeoh should have gotten one for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon years ago. I agree. Wakanda Forever was done for the Oscar crowd, not for us. Ain't that the truth?
Apparently it wasn't done for the Oscar crowd.
Because they didn't. They got nominated in all the random categories other than Best Supporting Actress or Best Actress, I think it was. Either or, but that was the only one that an actor got.
Can we say this? Watch this, D-Real. So you and I, people like to say, if you're a writer, you should write something better. Listen, if we didn't been to school and got degrees for creative writing and everything like that, that movie would have got an F had we turned that in. Like, we couldn't have turned that in to our teacher.
But put it like this, I'll do you one better. If I was the instructor and Ryan Coogler brought me that script Just like we was talking last night, it had so much red on it. It would have so much red. And I'm like, did you pay attention to the previous script you wrote? It doesn't look like you paid attention to the previous script you wrote because you're contradicting the previous script in this script. Go back and write something else. Period.
To me, it's Kaiser Slevin said it. We've used it, the phrase. It's cognitive dissonance. Like, at the end of the day, you want a movie to make sense. And here's what we know. And people can say what they want to. It's free country. The movie didn't make sense to us. The movie made sense to those who freely admit they don't know that much about the character. From a critical standpoint, and people can debate what that critical standpoint is, but from a critical standpoint, the Oscars said the movie wasn't good enough to even be nominated.
It was a cash grab, is what it was. It was a cash grab. It doesn't stand up as a solid movie. If you're not a solid movie, you can't be considered an elite movie. And if you ain't an elite movie, you ain't getting nominated for an Oscar. That's why it didn't get nominated. It's exactly where it needs to be.
Right. So at this point in time, it's like, and that's why I say I go back to why lie? Just be honest with yourself. People. And that's what in building bridges and everything like that, and understanding who you are as a person, and not letting your own personal biases, warp, affect how you deal with one another. People have to be honest with themselves about this movie. First and foremost, be honest about the fact, and as we said last night, two things can be true at the same time. Be truthful about the fact that you don't really care about the comics, and that's fine. But somebody else that cares about the comics cannot care about the movie. You like the movie. If you like the movie, that's fine. But don't be upset with the person that reads the comics who doesn't want to go see the movie or calls the movie out for not honoring the comics. I can't stand when people say, well, the movies are based on the comics. No, duh, stupid ass. But you can't tell based on the damn movie. And you don't know because you don't pick up a damn book. So shut up. Why are you talking? People just need to be honest with themselves. This movie was not it. This movie was, for all intents and purposes, a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. That's the truth. It had nothing to do with T'Challa. We know that. People celebrate the fact that it had nothing to do with T'Challa. Okay, if you know that, then the story sucked. Because the first movie was about T'Challa. The second movie was about Chadwick Boseman. If you went to go see the movie about Chadwick Boseman, you enjoyed it. If you went to go see the movie about Wakanda, Black Panther, you didn't. Shuri didn't become the Black Panther until when? The last 15 minutes of the movie? Okay. All that world building that we said we was going to do, you only introduced one new character. That was Anika.
And so she was in the movie for like 5 seconds. You blink, you'd have missed it.
Right. So the movie, based on what it was supposed to do, advertised to do, failed on all fronts. You did not develop Shuri. You spent too much time developing Namor. We didn't need his story that deep. We needed to see Shuri move from being the scientific nerd, move past her mourning, to undertaking the trials to becoming the Black Panther. This is what she did in the comics. But you wanted to spend so much time. This is why I said I'm done with the MCU.
Planet Fanatics. Welcome.
What's going on, Planet Fanatics? You spent
a lot of people in here tonight. Hey, Theo, we must attract people.
Hey, I mean, when you light, you're either gonna attract light or you're gonna attract dark, one or the other. So
best page is under 1,000 on YouTube.
Yes, come on, somebody. You better talk that talk. So you sitting up here and you're looking at the story, and it's like, just tell the truth. You like this story based on your limited knowledge of the character. That's fine. But this story, for almost being 3 hours, had nothing to do with the principal character, which is T'Challa, and failed to deliver on that which it promised going in. building up, introducing new characters of Wakanda, diving in and developing those characters. You did not develop Shuri again. You killed off Queen Ramonda. You did not develop Okoye. Yes, she became a Midnight Angel, but so what now? You did nothing with Ayo, who is returning for what? Ayo had been in Captain America Civil War. She done been in Infinity War, Endgame. She done been in both Black Panther movies. She done been in Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and you gave her nothing. Florence Kasumba, who to me is the actress who should be primed to be an action superhero, an action star, she's not been given anything to do on screen. The most she got was Falcon and the Winter Soldier when she beat John's ass. When she beat John Walker's ass. That's it. But the principles that this movie promised to deliver on, it failed tremendously. You did
well,
not
about Florence Kasumba though, not to cut you off, but she made her mark in the MCU with one line. That was it. When she said that, I'm like,
and
I got in her face, like,
do you know? I don't think I can do enough justice for how many of us have been itching for her to even just it's a travesty she wasn't a Midnight Angel, because that should have been her role. But how many of us are chomping at the bits to see, you know what, forget Ayo for a minute. We just want to see Florence Kasumba. We just want to see more Florence Kasumba. Like I need that in my life. Just like they give me Jason Statham. Make her the female transport.
Ooh.
I'm watching all that.
I'd go see that. I'd definitely go see that. As long as it's better than these movies that they make, these vehicles, and they put like a female protagonist in it, and it's like, okay, I can do the action stuff just like the guys do. And you got these movies like Anna, Atomic Blonde, and it don't look realistic. Now, not to say a woman couldn't come in the room and beat everybody's ass. The only movie I've seen like that where I believe, okay, she could actually probably do that. I forget what the name of the movie was called, but Gina Carano was in it. And Haywire.
I remember that.
Haywire was the name of it. And she was in a room, and her and Michael Fassbender was fighting, and Michael Fassbender had her on the bed, and he was choking her out, and he was getting her. But she got that jujitsu on her and wrapped her leg up, and she choked her. Bruh, that could actually happen. That was a believable fight scene.
I actually bought that movie just for the fight sequences and everything like that. So, I mean, so my thing is like, this movie, for what it promised, it failed. And there's nothing wrong because we're able to articulate it. It'd be something different if we were just lying, saying something happened that didn't happen, like, you know, like T'Challa died in the comics for Shuri to become Black Panther. But as long as we're able to articulate and say, hey, this is what this is. We're even able to point out and say, hey, these actresses should have got more light over here than what we did over there. It's fair to be able to call that out and be able to, because you're able to articulate it. This movie should have been done different. Those that have a critical eye, we're not in our feelings. We're actually being logical. And I think that's to be appreciated because we're able to say at the same time, Angela Bassett deserved to get nominated for what she did in that damn movie. See, you see what I'm saying? So it's not like we don't like the movie. The movie wasn't great to begin with. That's a fair statement.
Time out. Amazing Tribe apparently knew, I don't know who that is, but they said, be real with D-Real. If y'all would have watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, there was Easter eggs with King T'Challa, father to child with Nakia Toussaint, who's raised in Haiti by Nakia. Okay. Okay. Amazing Tribe. I'm not going to go into a bunch of details. I'm simply just going to say we have seen the movie. And hopefully you're not getting ready to sell that Toussaint story to us. Please don't do that, because for so many reasons. I think people in the chat can tell you, please don't try to sell the Toussaint.
Amazing Tribe.
Theo, talk to him. Talk to him, Theo.
Amazing Tribe. You being who you are. You see us, but we don't see you. You on this live. You see us. So you see the age. You see it. You see it. Where do you feel like it is within you to even articulate, breathe, imagine that the two people you see on this screen who have been talking about Black Panther, T'Challa, everything Wakanda, not only didn't see the movie, but don't know anything about the movie, the comic, the characters, the action figures, the video games, the cartoon, the actors that happen. What makes you think you know more than we do? That you feel like you have it within you to question. See, this is what I be talking about. You got elders sitting right here, but here you got this young person. D, you turned 50 what this year?
Me?
Yeah, you turned what?
I turned 56.
I turned 55, but the person who we probably got by maybe 10, 15, 20 years is really finna fix their mouth to tell us what we missed. This is when I talk about Black people not respecting their elders. Because ain't nowhere in the world you finna fix your mouth to go and tell your grandmama and them in the kitchen or your granddad and them in the living room what they need to be cooking, what they missed as far as seasoning, or what they ain't knowing about the football game or the baseball game or the basketball game they watching. Boy, hush.
Plus, a real easy way to have avoided that little faux pas would have been simply to ask if we've seen the movie. And we'd have been happy to tell you, or if you'd have got to the live on time, you'd heard us talking about it and know that we saw the movie. Yes, we've seen the movie.
He didn't have to do that. What? D, he didn't have to do that. He came on this live. Okay, like I said, I go back to it. Forget what I think you know. I know what I know and what I don't know. So you come onto this live. The first thing he see, you got on the Kansas City Chiefs. That hoodie don't look new. It don't look old, but it don't look new. Okay, I got on this Steeler jacket. You got gray hairs in your goatee. Don't look like you in your 30s, bro. You get smooth bald hair and everything. You don't look like you in your 30s. So at the very least, there should be something that says, damn, this dude might be wise. Okay, I got gray all over my damn face, all in my damn hair. And so he walk up in here, seeing all that, and wants to profess, had y'all watched it. So now you want to be a smart ass to people that's old enough to either be your damn father or your damn grandfather. You want to be a smart ass. See, this is what I be talking about. But you want to get respect. To get respect, my brother, you got to first give it. And me and D been doing this way too long for a young whippersnapper like yourself, smelling like Similac, coming up here talking about what we could have done. I'm so sick and tired of children having the audacity. Boy, I was riding a bike, a 12-speed, 15-speed bicycle before your behind was born. And we didn't need elbow pads, knee pads, or a damn helmet. We just went out there and got it. You see the gray hair, but you fixed your mouth to come up and say something that I wouldn't even say to my damn grandfather. There's no way in hell I would have been 30-something years old thinking, well, granddad had you just watched the movie. No respect whatsoever.
Hey, before you went off, Theo, these Diesel said rant mode activated.
To me, it's like I said, D, it's about respect. D, you older than me by a year. You're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I've been watching football for a long, long time. I don't believe, and I go back to Len Dawson then. I don't believe, because I know I don't follow the Kansas City Chiefs like that. I'm not finna go up and say, well, if Patrick Mahomes was to do this, he'd be able to do that. You right there, that's your team. That is your squad. We know about T'Challa. Some little young whippersnapper, and I'm saying that to be polite.
Hey, Theo, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Mr. Ray Smith is throwing body shots at him. Don't sweat it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just
don't sweat it. And there's always one.
But why? But what is it for? Like, what did he? To me, it's like you come in. If you like the movie, you like the movie. But just off the rip, because I don't believe he's saying that if we white. I don't. If we white and we look the same way, I don't believe it's that. But it can't possibly be that we're knowledgeable about the character because we black. I don't give a damn what anybody say. To me, that's always going to be what I fall back on until I stop being made to feel that way. Because I see people that give people that love Superman and Batman and they white all the props in the world. They're not going to go back and forth with them. And you be like, that ain't necessarily right. We know what we're talking about. And you know who coming at us more than anything else? It ain't the white folks that keep coming at us. It's black folks. What for? You would think you would appreciate the fact that we know as much as we do about this damn character. That we ain't sitting up here lying on this character. That we hold everything to be true about this character, his story, the surrounding characters, the world that this character comes in. You think that would be worth something when it comes to black people. You think the fact that we still rock with this character, as old as we are, it would be worth something. But no, you always got some young black, wet behind the ears, male, female, whatever, want to come in and talk like they damn know, when you know damn good and well you don't know because you don't care. So I look at you, Tribe Awesome, Tribe Called Quest, or whatever. What the hell was your damn point, youngin', jit? What was your point? Who did you attempt to come in here in school with your young wet behind the ears behind, smelling like Johnson & Johnson baby powder? What was your intent when you could have came and got knowledge? But instead, you wanted to poke the bear. Do not, I just said this before you came here, I'm not the nice one. I'm not. I never will be. I ain't got time because I'm too old to be dealing with young, ignorant, foolish, stupid behind brothers and sisters like yourself. You the problem, you not the solution.
Hey, bad, worst cop. I'm just bad cop. That's worst cop over there. So what Kamayo King said, my friend, you walked into a lion's den with pork chop drawers on. Go sit and reflect. And I would urge you to sit and reflect too. Watch some of his videos. Watch some of my videos. Watch our videos before you come and speak on what knowledge someone in this live does or doesn't have. It would have saved you a whole lot of embarrassment. It would have saved you a whole lot of scolding if you had just sat and listened. And just like I tell my kids all the time, you learn more listening than you do talking. If you'd have listened for a little while, you'd have found out how much we do or don't know about the topic. And to drive the point home, we didn't start rocking with T'Challa or the Black Panther in 2016 like most of y'all did. Okay, I've been check the wall, my man. Check the wall before you say anything to me about what I didn't see or what I do and don't know. So and I say that respectfully. I might be Professor X, but but Professor X is known to fuck some people up too. So just don't go there. Let's can we move on to the next topic, Theo?
No, I got one more analogy. That's like him going up in the church on Easter Sunday, only reading the Old Testament, but then want to sit up here and tell the pastor what happened in the New Testament. Boy, if you don't get somewhere and go sit down, you ain't even bothered to read the damn Bible yet, but you want to sit up here and have a whole ass conversation about what sermon I should have preached in church. Boy, go get you some business. Go get you some business.
And at the end, I'm gonna let everyone reflect on the words of the OG, Mr. Ray Smith. He says, that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we talk.
It came up in there.
Boom.
You know, I'm gonna take that. D, you the host. I'm the guest. I'm sorry. I got in my feelings. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey, you know what? I enjoyed it thoroughly. But my question: AFC, NFC Championship. Who gonna win and go to the Super Bowl and why?
Woo! So we got Brock Purdy.
We got Brock Purdy. We got Brock Purdy, and we got Jalen Hurts.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I think both teams have a tremendous type of defense and everything like that. I'm not really impressed with the 49ers offense. You know, Brock Purdy is not gonna kill you, but he ain't gonna win it either. I think at the end of the day, what's the best thing you can do against a defense that has a legitimate pass rush? You need to have a mobile quarterback. Well, last I checked, and I could be wrong, Jalen Hurts is mobile and healthy.
This is a fact.
I like the Eagles.
Well, Theo, I think we are in agreement there. I think in regular season play, the 49ers did beat the Eagles, but that was when they didn't have who they have now.
Right.
I think Jalen Hurts was hurt.
Not only that, but I mean, Brock Purdy wasn't the starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
No, he was not. So he's only started for 7 games.
Right. So, I mean, like, the question is, okay, what was the score against the Dallas Cowboys when what was it, 13-9?
The 49ers?
Yeah, what was 13-9?
No, I think it was like 19-12.
19-12. So you gotta, I'm thinking you need more than 20 points to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, I don't see you, because you got Bosa coming off the end. Okay, well, you come off the end, you're not running down Jalen Hurts. If he see you, he rolling away from you. So what are you playing against the Eagles? Are you playing man or you playing zone? Because they got burners. You better not turn your back on Jalen Hurts. You better play zone. And if you play zone, that means you're giving the receivers opportunities to get loose. So, I mean, Philadelphia's got a decent offensive line, a decent defensive line. Their defense is surprisingly good this season. So you got 2 good defenses. You got Brock Purdy and you got Jalen Hurts. I'm going with Jalen Hurts.
That's pretty much where I'm at with it. Okay. The AFC, that's clearly a little easier for me. And now this is what I'm gonna say. If the Chiefs win against the Bengals, it's not going to be by much. If the Bengals win against the Chiefs, it's not going to be by much. Their last meeting, or let me back up, their last 3 meetings in the calendar year, the Bengals have won against the Chiefs. But like they always say, on any given Sunday. And we got something for them. That's all I can say. A lot of people are back off of injury reserve. Theo, I see your hand, sir.
How your quarterback doing?
He was practicing Wednesday.
Okay.
And he looked good.
Oh, that was my question. I just want to know how your quarterback looked.
He practiced Wednesday and he was moving.
Right. And this at y'all house.
At our house.
At y'all house.
I mean, I don't even think at this point that's a factor, because the last time we played, they came in our house and beat us.
How your defense look this year?
Good against the pass, not so great against the run.
I don't like doing this. I don't. I'm gonna take the Bengals +3. I'm gonna take the Bengals -3.
Okay. I give you that. I mean, and that's where a lot of people are at. And I like that because it makes the victory that much more sweeter. But just so everybody know, win, lose, or draw, I'ma still ride or die with my squad. So y'all can go ahead if they lose and bring them comments and all that, yip yap and all of that. But I be warned, if you are not a Cincinnati Bengals fan or a winner, one of the winners of the NFC Championship, you ain't got nothing to say to me.
If your team ain't got at least 6 Super Bowl rings, don't talk to nobody.
That's good and fine. 6 Super Bowl rings is quite a feat. However,
I ain't gonna talk no trash because my team ain't in the playoffs. I ain't got nothing to say.
And that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Oh, look at here. Annoyed Bears fan. Steelers fan here. I hate the Cincinnati Pringles. He says Steelers, man, F the Bengals.
Yeah.
Respect to the Chiefs, but I want the Bengals to win to make up for last year. Then they should have won. Say I gotta clip that previous. Yeah, I will probably do some editing to this video.
Hey, listen, hey, you know what?
I will probably do some editing to this video. So hopefully don't nobody feel no kind of way. Diabolical Nerd said he gonna talk the trash for you.
He gonna do some what?
He gonna talk the trash for you.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love at the end of the day, man. But I don't understand, kind of like, it's like you said, Mr. Ray Smith is my elder. Mr. Ray Smith has a few years on me, and I come to him respectfully. So I don't come to Mr. Ray Smith acting like I know something about the Bible. I come asking questions and everything like that. And I read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? More than once. But that doesn't mean I've studied it as much as he does to the point where I'm going to be arrogant and act like I know more. So to me, it's an affront to us as just, we didn't put a lot of work into this, a lot of time and effort. And it's not something that we've done lightly. You have a job, I have a job, we have families and stuff like that. And to a degree, I'm not gonna say people don't understand, because I'm thinking, more than enough understand, more than enough appreciate it. We set aside things that you and I have wanted to do as individuals to pursue our own success in the entertainment industry, and we sidetracked that, derailed that, delayed that to make sure this character is represented. The knowledge about this character is shared like it's supposed to. We've done that. So to me, for somebody, like I said, it don't matter if I know what you've done. I know what I haven't done. So for somebody to come up knowing damn good and well they ain't put that work in. You went to go see a damn movie. You started rocking with this character in 2016 at your damn earliest. You ain't, even if you call yourself a Shuri fan, they ain't invested the time and energy into Shuri that you and I have. They haven't. So what do they see? At the end of the day, you see 2 Black men, regardless of the gray in their face, you see 2 Black men that you feel like you could just jump up and insult, belittle, demean. What does that do for you as a Black man if you are Black? What does that make you? What you trying to get? That's why I said it bothers me, because it highlights a bigger problem in the Black community.
Well, suffice to say, we know who we are and we know what we know. And anybody telling us what we don't know is very easily disproven. So in that vein, I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping because just like you said earlier, if you want to converse with me and know how much I know, let's step in a room, let's step in a chat room, and let's actually talk, and engage, because there's only so much that you can see in comments, and especially on live. Sometimes the comments come in real time, sometimes they don't. It depends on what you set, that setting, how many seconds you want between comments, this, that, and the other. So it can be appropriate. The timing can be appropriate. The timing can be not appropriate. Bottom line, like I said, I ain't tripping because trolls don't define me. Anti casters don't define me. People who are attempting to get an emotional rise out of me don't define me. They excite me because it gives me opportunities to do the exact same thing to you that you're attempting to do to me. Because if you go, when I got time,
I just look at my wrist. I got time today. I'm crossing the line today.
I got time, man. I'm
Yes,
like
sir.
Mike Tyson on him. Bro,
Listen.
get that peekaboo style. Go ahead. Give me a comment. Give me a comment.
You know what it is?
Give me a comment.
It's almost a confidence, kind of like how Stetson Bennett walked on to the national championship. We was playing TCU. It's a quiet confidence when you didn't put that work in to get that knowledge, and that's what folks missing. We didn't put that work in and did all this studying, and it's not like we stopped studying when we think we accomplished. We still studying. We still on the grind. So it's like when you come at us, it's almost like what punch you think you finna throw that we ain't seen already.
Hey. And we're counter punchers.
Come on, somebody. Ooh, good God. Man, listen.
I box and I know how to counter punch. So if you coming at me with shots, guess what?
I'm like a UFC fighter. Don't throw your hand, you won't get it back. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I gotta call my daughter because she did call while we were on this live. So I gotta do what a father does and check in with her.
I like that. I like that. And that's a good segue up out of this mug. Yeah, I know it might have been some great diabolical nerd. These things are Ray Smith, Kamoyo Key, Cornelius, Zango Fett, Cold Tiger, Rick the Guy, Grand Madam Tarot, Kamoyo Kid. I think I said Kamoyo Kid. Nico Bean. Yeah, it's so many y'all in here tonight. I can't even keep up with all of y'all. Everybody who came into the live tonight, my respect, love. Thank you for rocking with us. Continue to rock with us. You can catch my man Theo-B on his YouTube page. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Go over there.
Make sure y'all check out Reppin' the Red too. Reppin' the Red.
Go over to his page. Don't just go to the page and look at it. Watch some of his videos. Listen to what that man's saying. I can tell you right now, we can look in the analytics and see how much of the video you're watching. So I strongly suggest you watch the whole video because I'm the type of brother that will ask you a random question like, "What'd you like about the video?" You know what I'm saying? And if you can't tell me, I know you didn't watch it. So please, if you're gonna watch a video, watch it all the way through because you ain't gonna get the full perceive of that video unless you watch it. Because like Theo said, we are knowledgeable about what we talk about. And so there's going to be a premise. We're going to set up a premise and we're going to illustrate it. And then we're going to conclude. You got to be there for the conclusion. Don't just listen to the premise and go, I heard that before. You ain't heard it from him and you damn sure ain't heard it from me.
Right.
So if you're rocking with me, rock with me.
Right. And if you're digging what a brother shoveling,
but I'm preaching to the choir.
Watch it. And if you're digging what a brother shoveling, put something in his bucket. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, we about to get up out of here, but I like to say that it's a network, a family network of channels. Shout out to my brother D-Real and everything. Thank you so much for inviting me on, having me on there. Shout out to Grand Madam Tarot for showing. Y'all make sure y'all check her out in the morning. She does do a tarot reading. Y'all make sure y'all check out. Yeah, y'all get with Chillmonger 33 questions. He's prone to have them periodically throughout the week, but he definitely has them on Saturdays, I believe either 12 or 1 o'clock. Planet Fanatics, he drops videos and everything like that because he be reviewing movies, he be reviewing comics.
He got a live tomorrow night, I believe. I believe Planet
Fanatics. He got a live tomorrow night. Y'all make sure y'all get with him. Y'all make sure
my man K-Dot. Can't forget my man K-Dot.
Y'all make sure y'all check out my man K-Dot because he be dropping all that DC knowledge. And low-key, my brother's in the anime and he does streaming on video games. So y'all make sure y'all check him out on that. My brothers Marcus and Josh from Back of the Bus, they handing out W's and L's damn near every day. Y'all make sure y'all go check them out on Back of the Bus. And Kaizo Koslevin for the for the smoothest monotone brother in the YouTube universe when it comes to talking comics, movies, anime, all that good stuff. It is Kaizo Slevin. I think
and he's quite fond
lion
of purple. He's quite
Right.
fond of purple.
He is. I ain't gonna forget this, brother. The young lion that's coming up on the team.
Yes.
Go Bean with the team. Y'all make sure y'all go rock with that brother because he's definitely on the team. Bars.
Please, I hate that rhyme. Bars. Go to his page, man, and like his material. Subscribe to the page, man. Help build that young brother up. He, like he said, he a young lion. He coming in here. He respect the material. He respect the people that come before him, and he learns from them. So yeah, show that young brother some love.
Absolutely. Well,
all right, y'all. Peace. We catch y'all on the flip.